Hi there, Toby McCartney here, and the end of the diet. The 9 days have finished. I'm actually on day 10 now and had my final weigh-in. The diet's been fantastic actually. It's been this here, the Forever Nutri-Lean program. It's been a 9-day diet, and it's the first 2 days a little bit of a struggle. But from then on, no problems at all. I've enjoyed the shakes. This is what I've had my shakes in. I've enjoyed those. Not really like the taste of the aloe vera gel, I have to be honest. The tablets, easy to take, and they have made me feel fuller. I have had energy from the bee pollen, as they call it. I've increased my exercise. And I don't know whether you remember, but from day 6, I'd lost about half a stone. So I challenged myself by day 9, so that was yesterday, having just weighed myself, to lose another half a stone, which would obviously mean that I would have lost a whole stone in 9 days, bringing myself into the doctor's category of healthy. So bringing my BMI index, my BMI mass, down to just 25 rather than when it started, which was at 27.8. So I was actually classed as overweight. I didn't know whether I could do this, I've got to be honest. To lose a whole stone, I wasn't sure whether I could do it, but I weighed in this morning, and here's the results. I used my iPhone because I thought, well, I'll just film the same scales in the same place. I did everything the same. I stuck to the diet and I filmed it on my iPhone. And here's the results. See what you think. So, as you can see, well, I've lost more than a stone actually. I'm absolutely amazed. When I weighed myself, I just couldn't believe how much weight I've lost. I'm actually 78 kilograms now, which is just above 12 stone. Now that was this morning, so obviously, as I go through and have my milkshake, or if I have lunch today, then obviously I'll put on a little bit. The trick from here on, of course, is to maintain this weight now. But just to give you some of the stats, I went down from 86.1 kilograms all the way down to 78 kilograms. So 86.1, I went down to 78 kilograms. As you've seen from the scales, that's that's just above 12 stone. And these scales, I actually, because I didn't believe it at first, I didn't think that I could really lose that much. I actually weighed myself on 2 sets of scales. One's a digital set, and the set that I have been using that you saw, and both concur that it's 78 kilograms I weigh now. My arm size, if you remember, I had to weigh my arms across here. They haven't changed that much. I've lost half a centimeter in my arms, so obviously you need to put on a bit of muscle. As you can see, they're not quite like Arnie's arms, not that they ever were. My waist size, I went from 92 centimeters, so I lost a full 10 centimeters down to 82 centimeters. They get you to weigh just below your rib cage, so from 92 centimeters to 82. My hip size from 102 to 92 centimeters, amazing. My thigh size stayed roughly the same. It's gone from 55 down to 52 centimeters, so I suppose that's quite a loss. And my chest size from 100 centimeters down to 93 centimeters. The problem I now have, of course, is that all of my trousers don't fit, so I'm gonna have to go shopping. But there we go. That's the Clean 9 diet. Now, as I said at the beginning, this isn't something I'm selling. It's just something I'm doing for a friend. I just thought, well, I could do with losing a bit of weight. I didn't realize I'd be overweight when we first weighed me in. But it turns out that I was. I'm now in the healthy category. So I've lost over a stone in weight. I keep telling you because I'm just so thrilled by it, to be honest. The trick now is, well, what happens next week and next month? Because it's all very well, I've heard so much about these diets, And then people go and they celebrate with their cheesecake and they put the weight the weight back on. Um, of course, for me, I think if anything, take out the shakes and the tablets and all the stuff that I've taken to help me to lose this weight. What it has taught me is to really watch my calories. This morning, I had my first bowl of cereal. Now that it's day 10, I'm allowed to eat again. Day 10, and I had a bowl of muesli, and I was looking at the calories and working out, well, compared to, say, cornflakes, well, it's actually the same, a bowl of muesli, the same as a bowl of cornflakes. I use skim milk rather than full fat. Little things like that. It sounds small, but actually make a huge difference. Well, a whole stone and a bit in weight of a difference. So from here on, I think I don't think, I know that I'm dumping a lot of the big fatty foods that I was eating. And I'm cutting down on the foods I was eating. Certainly my meal sizes are much smaller. I'm eating very consciously, so I'm really thinking about what's going into my mouth and what I'm eating, and obviously into my body and what nutrients are in the food that I'm eating. Eating a lot more salads now, and cutting out things like the dressings, which, to be honest, I'm not bothered about anyway. Rather than using full fat cheese, I'd use like cottage cheese because it's very low in fat. Little tiny changes really, but actually make a big difference to the waistline, as you've seen just there from the scale shot. It's absolutely brilliant. And my exercise, I'm exercising every day. Kate said to me, rather than doing it every other day, which is what's recommended, if you just make it a routine, just like brushing your teeth, get up, and if one day you're going for a walk, then that's exercise. It's more than you were doing before. Because literally, here's my office, and my bedroom's over there, and my living room's down there. So on the rainy days, I don't go out. Now I do. My bike tires are pumped up. I've been cycling, I'm jogging, I'm walking. Any exercise that you can do is recommended. And I think I've lost this last half a stone in the 3 days because of the exercise I've done, as well as the Clean 9 diet, of course. But mostly because I've put in the extra effort, and I've been on 7-mile jogs, and I've been cycle rides and all sorts of different things, and starting to get fit again. And I feel great. I've got to be honest, I feel great. Maybe it's the lack of coffee or the poisons that I've been putting into my body. Now, here's the thing. I'm not an extremist on this. I'm going to have a beer when I get down to London later on today. I may have a few chips with my salads that I have. But the trick for me is it's little. Just to really, rather than get a massive plate of chips, just to have a few chips, rather than have 20 beers on a night, unless it's a stag do or something, just to have one beer every now and then. And I think it's that moderation that will keep my weight off, and keep a check on those calories. For me, the keeping that check on the calories and the goal setting, the motivation now to keep myself, in fact, I've set myself a little goal to get myself down to 12 stone, so that I'm well in the safe zone, I'm well in the healthy zone. So I will be concentrating on my weight from here on, concentrating on the loss of weight, I should say, concentrating on the food I'm eating, the drink I'm taking, and the calories that are in both of those. And that's the key, I think. So can I recommend the Forever Clean Nutri-Lean program, TM? Well, yes, I can. I can recommend it. And I would recommend, if you're wanting that motivation to lose some weight, it's a great program. Now, having said this, there are many other programs out there. People have been talking about the juice programs, and I hear that they're fantastic. I can't vouch for them. I've never done them myself. Maybe someone else will produce some videos like this for you. But for me, the Clean 9 has worked. It's worked beyond actually my expectations, beyond my goal setting at the beginning of this little book that I've been keeping. All of these little stats that I've been putting in here, as you can see, they have really made the difference for me, because it's kept my focus on the goal. And, well, from NLP, as we know, if you know where you're going, you're much more likely to get there than if you know what you're running away from, towards focused dream, towards focused goal. And also, having said this, although I can recommend this as a diet, having tried it, I must say, if you do have the motivation, if you are the kind of person that can set your goals, stick to them, which actually I am. I did this for a friend because I'm recommending this product for her. But if you are the kind of person that can set your dreams, set your goals, and stick to your outcomes, stick to the task each day, then perhaps you don't need stuff like this. You don't need the shakes. You don't need the tablets. Just start to calorie count. Look at your diet. Look at what you're stuffing in your mouth and putting into that stomach. Look at what your body can actually process and understand from your body when it's telling you that it's full. I think that's really key. I'm now listening to my body, and my body says, I'm full now. I don't need any more food, rather than trying to cram it all in. I was always taught as a kid, clear your plate. I now disagree with that rule, and that's something I will not be teaching to my children. Nearly got two now. It's something that I will not be teaching to my kids, because I believe when your body's full, it will tell you as long as you listen to it. I guess that's my final word on the subject. What I will do, just to show you how this has really worked, because okay, it's worked in the 9 days. What happens in a week's time? What happens in a month's time? I'll record another little video for you in a week, just to see how I'm progressing, maintaining that weight loss, and again in a month, just to show you the exact same. I have no doubt in my mind that I have lost the weight and it will not be going back on. I've avoided my mid-years, my 40s and 50s of being obese or overweight, and I know that's the case. I'm enjoying the exercise, I'm enjoying the calorie counting, it gives me a task, and I'm enjoying eating the healthy food, which we should all do and can do very easily, especially if you've got kids. That's my motivation. Thank you for watching these videos, and thank you to Claire, who's been on here, who recommended this to me, the Forever Nutri-Lean diet, the Clean 9. I can recommend it. It's worked for me. There are others out there. Go and check them out if you want to lose the weight. Keep the motivation. Get your mindset ready. Think about your kids. Think about your family. It's important. What you put into your mouth, what you put into your body is important. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back in a week and then in a month to let you know how I'm getting on. All the very best. Have a wonderful day today. Thank you. Bye-bye.